I used to be very judgmental about cannabis. I have 3 children and they all smoke, and I just thought it was like a gateway drug. That's what we were told when I was growing up. I thought it was just, all about getting high and not caring about life and takes you away from your focus, 60s type of mentality. It was like, what was I, in the dark ages? When I finally found out about it, when I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis, I went, really? You want me to? My spirit guides told me to do it. I know that might be a little out there for some people, but I listen to my guidance. I do intuitive reading, so it really is important to me to listen. And it doesn't mean I can't question them. I said, okay, let me check it out. I knew Laura. She would say this is what she was doing, but you had to have a medical marijuana license if you wanted to get it. And I'm like, okay. Didn't think too much more about it because I've always had trouble sleeping, but it wasn't worth getting a medical marijuana for just that. Although now that I see the benefits, it would have been worth it. We talked and she's like, oh my gosh, Deb, this will help you so much. And I'm like, I am so willing to do anything, because she said people are sometimes embarrassed about that they do medical cannabis. And I'm like, Laura, I'm embarrassed to tell people I'm doing prescription drugs. My kids love it. My daughter, she was always like, Mom, it's an herb. And I'm like, yeah, what an excuse. That's just an excuse. And it is an herb, and it's amazing because I do everything organic and natural in my business, and that's what this is. It's a blessing because I'm cutting back on all my medical prescriptions. I'm so low now, and I'm doing it, keeping it in my system. I love doing tinctures. Laura introduced me to the tinctures, and oh my gosh, they're awesome. I now take 1/4 of a teaspoon every 8 hours. I feel the best I've felt since this winter. And even my clients are saying, oh my gosh, Deb, you must not be in any more pain. Oh, I'm so happy for you. And I'm like, yes, I'm happy for me too. And this is why I'm taking medical cannabis. And they're like, their eyes get big and they ask me, and they have the same problems that I had. It's not about getting high. That's the big thing. I think people from my generation, I'm 62, and I think they think, the 60s, Woodstock, all that kind of stuff, the stoner parties. And it's just one facet of what it was in history. And now it is becoming more and more about pain and helping people that have the pain, or can't sleep, or stressed, or anxiety, which I have all those things because snowballs. And I am so chilled, so laid back, not because I'm stoned, but because it levels me out and it helps me feel better. And thank God for Laura, because she made the process so much more effortless for me. Her knowledge is incredible, and she didn't make fun of me or laugh or roll her eyes or anything like that when I would say some of my old beliefs that I didn't even know were judgments. And so now I'm all about re-educating my clients, and what I'm finding is people are like, oh yeah, I do it too. And I'm like, well, tell everybody, because this needs to be for everyone, and then they can have the choice. Bottom line, it's about choice, and we're not being given our choice. So that's why I'm an advocate.